budget, which, by the way, I am very good at maximizing your budget, no matter what budget you decide to have for your wedding. So, thank you so much again. So, whether you choose me as your wedding planner or your day of coordinator, which, even though it's the day of, I will be dedicating 2 months prior to start to take over and plan everything for you. It's just a matter of having all the vendors you've decided and everything else. So, yes, sure. So, are you relaxed? Would you like some tea or anything like that? Good. Wonderful. Alright, so I like to carry a little notepad around to take some notes. Okay, and I just have my pen right here, and I will be using this lovely, delicate pen to suit the mood, yes, and to take down the notes for you. So I will be asking you a series of questions. First, I'll just ask some questions just to get to know you as a couple. Okay, it's very nice to meet you both. Sure. Well, to start off, my name is Charlotte. I do wedding planning services and day of coordination services. I have 2 cats, 1 dog, 4 fishes. Yes, I've been living here my entire life. I've been doing this for 10 years and I absolutely love it. There's nothing else in this world I would rather do than to help couples like you things about that location, so you definitely have the best of both worlds there. Yes. Now, is there a time of year that you love? Absolutely love. Okay, so you're very much sun-loving. And fall too. Sure. Yes. I also love fall. I love the seasons changing in general and pulling out like sweaters and redecorating. Yeah, for sure. Okay, here's an important one. Do you have any pets together? Okay, and are you going to want your pets at the wedding? Will you be assigning them a role? Some people have them carry the rings. Yeah, and walk up the aisle, down the aisle. That would be, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's talk like food and activity related. So, do you guys have a favorite bar? Do you like dive bars? Do you like wineries? Do you like... Okay, nice. And do you guys have a sports team that you root for together? Get really excited about? Oh, yes, me too. They are doing amazing this year. Heck yes. Good, good. Right, so you guys are big sports fans. Great. Okay. And what about go-to foods at the end of the night? Some cravings you might have. Okay. Say you're dancing at the wedding and you get hungry. One thing to think about are, would you like some late night snacks for your guests? Some caterers definitely offer late night snacks if you like that sort of thing. Good. Any guilty pleasures? Some people love sharing this in their vows together. Yeah. Guilty pleasures or the toast, maybe something you'd like to add to a toast, with your friends. Something like that. Okay, now, but did you have a dream date night? How does it look like? I find that dream dates kind of reflect the wedding outcome a little bit. Okay, so candles. Okay, and so like purple themed with orchids, curtains, nighttime. Okay. Lights, lots of lights being catered to. This is great. So you might want to have like a spa right before and after the wedding. Okay, really romantic. Lots of duel. Okay, wonderful. And how does the food look? Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I have many vendors I can recommend to you if you so desire. That's going to fit that. Yes. So first and last names. I know your first name. Okay. And are you going to be taking each other's names? Okay. So you will be taking his name. Okay. And have you confirmed your wedding date? Yes, okay. Is this wedding date significant at all? Okay. So it's just more like a nice time of the year. Holidays, less busy, less tourists, and just as soon as you can. Oh, how romantic. I think it's so sweet when couples are just can't wait to marry each other. Good. Okay, so do you have an event title, like maybe a hashtag you'd like to use? Something cheesy. Okay, I'll give you some time to think. It could always change. So right now we'll just do your both of your last names, wedding. And if you think of something clever that includes both your names, yes, like for example, if one of your last name was right, you could say Jones, right, Jackson, Joe's, right, or something like that, a play on words. Okay, and now, what is your guest count? Okay, so you're inviting up to 75, but realistically, 60. That's a really good number, actually. So these are like family and friends, close family and friends. Yes, that's great. I find a lot more couples doing that lately, just so it's really more intimate and special and close. Sure. And what is your wedding budget? Okay, $50,000. Okay, that is a really good budget, and I mean that in saying you will have more than you need, so your basics will definitely be covered. Any tiny details will be covered, so there is a lot of lee room to add more things if you like. And the good thing about that is you don't have to stress too much about closing your budget. But like I said, I'm really good at making a budget work no matter how big or small. So we can make your $50,000 wedding feel like $100,000 wedding. Yes, honeymoon and everything. I can help you with that if you like. Okay. And so, how would you describe your wedding? Do you want it like a simple theme? Do you want it elegant? Do you want to have a theme like Star Wars? this is why we're having this conversation, so that we can get the ball rolling. It's all about asking the questions, deciding, and executing. So the first is definitely to ask the right questions. Okay, so what kind of venue would you like? Okay, alright, so nothing too traditional. Okay, yeah, people do winery venues nowadays, in the forest, in the woods, in the ocean, on a boat, so it's whatever you like. I like that. Good. That's definitely a good location. Okay. Now, what kind of ceremony would you like? Do you want a priest or pastor? Do you want it non-denominational? Do you want just an officiant, maybe someone you know? Okay, sounds lovely. And some people even choose like a friend to do it. Yep, to marry them. You just have to be licensed. Perfect. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay. Now, as far as the budget for the dress, what were you thinking of? Okay. Yes. Well, it really depends on the designer. Some people say you can get away with like a $1,200 budget, but if you don't want to spend that much, I've seen people go to like, yes, exactly, or you can make your own dress, or it's really whatever you want. Some people are very simple, some people add their own detail. Okay, so you were thinking up to 2,000, including the alterations. Okay. Some alterations can range just around 500. Depends, so maybe don't go over 1,500, including tax for your dress. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Alright, now, what about your bouquet type? What were you thinking? Are you looking for like a large size bouquet? Like one that's trailing or cascading down your hands and dress? Or would you like a little petite bouquet? Do you want certain flowers like orchids? Orchids are my favorite. I've actually had my orchids rebloom again. I'm so excited. Yeah, you do want some orchids. And what about colors? Do you want a certain color for the flowers? You want pastel colors, sunset colors? It's really all up to what you like. Okay, sounds good. Now, are you having a bridal party or anything like that? Okay. And what responsibilities would you like them to have? I feel like these are important to think about now, so that your bridesmaids have a clear instruction on, for example, what their budget will be as well. Do you want them to get their own dresses? Do you want them to have their own makeup done? you like them to fund it themselves? Okay. Are you going to have an engagement party? Are you going to have a bridal party, or like a bachelorette party? Okay. And would you like to go away for that? Okay, good. And now let's talk about makeup. Are you doing your own makeup and hair, or would you like me to give you recommendations on who to hire? Yes. My recommendation for you, because makeup is so personal, is first start looking online for the style you want, and then go to Instagram or Yelp and look at people, vendors, makeup artists in the areas, makeup style, so you know if they're capable before you book, or give them a deposit. And it's also nice to schedule a trial with them, or at least the day before, just so you know how you can work with them and you know how it will look like, and you can give them tips on how you want it more to look like, so it'll be perfect for your wedding. Yes. Alright, now, do you want transportation for your guests? How will they arrive to your wedding? Will you have a limo? Will you have a bus? Will you have a horse-drawn carriage? Okay, horse-drawn carriage. Lovely. Okay. Now for invitations. Have you began to design your invitations? Okay. There's wonderful websites online, and also you want to set these out about, I would say, 4 months before. Save the dates, which some people are just text messaging to let them know. That's something you can do. And then invitations, maybe 2 months before. But if you need them to plan, I would say a little bit longer. Yes, especially if you'll be going away. It would be good to give people time to plan and buy tickets and always email me with questions, suggestions, and really, to make this experience work, we will need communication from you anyway. I'm always here to help via call, email, text. If you're worried, have any questions, you can always ask. There may be things we already have that you don't need to pay extra for because we already provide that service. So yeah, so sure. No problem. We want to make this a very smooth experience and stress-free experience for you. That is why we're here. That is why I'm here. Yes. Anytime. Okay, so what about flowers in general? Themes, colors, sizes. Now remember, you might want some flowers on your archway, petals on the path, flowers on the ceremony chairs, flowers on the reception tables, the gifts area, on the cake, maybe on your hair. These are things to think about as it will be on the questionnaire. The vendors will ask you whether you want this, this. Yes. Okay, lovely. Now, for the gifts, what do you want it to do? What would you like for them to do with the gifts at the end of the night? Are you gonna have gifts? Are you gonna have cash? For your registry, just cash. People do just cash for honeymoon or a new house. Or you can have a registry just mailed to your home, perhaps. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. It's definitely something you can do. Okay. And what about open bar? Do you both like that idea? Okay. And when do you want it to close? Some people have the bar close about an hour before the end of the wedding, so there's still drinks on the dance floor, or maybe an hour after reception, so people don't get too rowdy. It's totally up to you. I want the party energy to be high all night. Okay. And here's a good one for the photographer and something to think about in your timeline is, do you want to make time for first look? Yeah. Some people choose about an hour before the ceremony. You'll get first look photos, just you two and the photographer. I recommend that for sure. Your makeup's all done, your hair is done, you're fresh in your tux or suit or whatever you want to wear. It's really nice. A lot of couples do that, so reception dinner. Yes. Okay. And here's an interesting one. Would you like to provide meals for your vendors? You know, it may be like the efficient, if they'd like to eat, that's someone to consider. Or your coordinator, or your photographer, or your bartender, the DJ. You might think about getting meals for them too. Something to think about. Okay. And last but not least, do you want party favors? It's not all that common, but it is nice. And it's nice if it's something that your guests can use or eat. Like macarons have been a favorite one lately, or a cute little candle. I hear sometimes they kind of go to waste, so it's good to pick something that people will use, and you can never go wrong with more food. They might even eat it during the reception, so in my opinion, anything used is not a waste. Okay. Alright, well, this has been such a productive first chat, call, interview, meetup, and definitely enjoyed getting to know you both. Yes, I'm so excited and honored to plan your wedding, whether you choose me as a planner or a day of coordinator. I will be here for you. I will have vendor suggestions for you. So that can be our next call if you like. Whatever you decide, I am here. You can email me, text me, message me, Skype me if you're having a breakdown. My job here is to make your day and planning smooth for you. Okay, it was nice to meet you too. Congratulations again to you both. I will see you soon. Thank you so much, Em, for supporting my videos. If you'd like to support my videos, please check out